Here off Bronco Street is the future site of what will soon be a Goodwill. However, before a groundbreaking ever begins, developers have recruited the assistance of the Native Plant Rescue Project, an organization with a mission to save the uncommon and rare native plants of Williamson County.
Let me show you some of the flowers on this site.
Ashley Landry is the founder of the Native Plant Rescue Project for Williamson County, a subgroup that is part of the Native Plant Society of Texas. She received her Texas Master Naturalist certification in 2021. A year later, in 2022, she started the Native Plant Rescue Project in an effort to rehome uncommon plants, as well as rare plant types as listed on the Species of Greatest Conservation Need lists by the Texas Parks and Wildlife. Her focus was to preserve plants that would otherwise be destroyed from development within the Williamson County area.
I spent over a year learning our native flora and understanding how special they were, and yes, I wanted those to be conserved and available for people doing restorations. And I knew that a lot of these plants were not being used during development. They were just being destroyed because you have to destroy them. And so I thought that's the perfect source to get some of these uncommon plants and to save them and make as big of impact as we possibly can with them through conservation.
CSW Development, the developer in charge of the Goodwill Project, have welcomed Native Plant Rescue Project volunteers on more than one occasion in order to save a number of uncommon plants, including the Lindheimer's paintbrush and the green comet milkweed.
So I do want to also thank CSW Development, who owns this property. They have been extremely supportive of our efforts, and without them, we couldn't be here. We really depend upon our partnerships with landowners. We could not do this project without the landowners, and we really appreciate their cooperation.
In the last 2 years, the organization has completed approximately 75 rescues, and 20 specifically in the Liberty Hill area. Notable projects include the future home of Legacy Ranch High School and the Liberty Hill Bypass Project, which broke ground in January 2024.
I think this is a kind of an innovative way to be able to preserve some of the plants and still embrace what's coming and as far as new construction, but it allows you to preserve a little bit of the old while embracing the new.
The Native Plant Rescue Project is a team of about 50 volunteers with 12 to 15 attendees per project. They work on about 3 to 4 projects a month. Once on site, the team flags plants that match the uncommon and rare species to save, and they then gently dig underneath the roots, bringing them out of the ground where they are then transported to safety. Williamson County currently has no native plants listed at the state or federal level as endangered. The organization works with the Austin and San Antonio conservation departments to assure the plants are headed to the best destination to carry on.
But I think what this project has found that I think is amazing is there are other paths to conservation. And in this case, it's working with the developer in land that is already going to be developed. There's no turning that clock back. So if we don't stop it, part of things isn't really in play. And if we can work with the developer and assure them that we're not stopping their development, we're not going to find an endangered plant and halt everything, we're not looking for an endangered beetle or spider. In this case, we're just going to save the things that we're going to get paved over anyway. It's amazing to me how many developers will open their land to us to do that.
Landry says that their organization is focused on partnering with only properties that are soon to break ground for development. She hopes one day that more and more developers will use the Native Plant Rescue Project as a best practice move and use preservation as a phase in their development process. Odalis Suarez, the Liberty Hill Independent.
Stay up to date on all things Liberty Hill by following the Liberty Hill Independent on Facebook and Instagram. You can also visit our website at lhindependent.com.